It's the bear market right now, and sometimes it can be a little tough to be excited about crypto. But this is actually the best time to prepare for the next bull cycle so you can make more money. How we do that? Well, we're going to look at and react to a tweet thread by Lady of Crypto about what to do to prepare for the next bull cycle. All that on today's Frugal BC. What's up, guys? Frugal BC coming back at you. Today we are reacting to a tweet thread, excuse me, from Lady of Crypto, and she's an interesting Twitter follow. You should go check her out, Lady of Crypto 1 on Twitter, and we're going to look at her thread talking about the things that you should do in the bear market, which we're in right now, what to do to prepare for the bull cycle. I agree. I'm going to tell you right out, I agree with a lot of the stuff she said. I think it's really smart. Applies whether you're an Algorand holder or not. This is going to apply to you, so you're going to want to check this out. By the way, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button because you can see all our videos about Algorand and other crypto. I mostly focus on Algorand because it's worked for me, because as you know, on this channel, we do the experiment, we try it out, we tell you how it goes, good, bad, or the ugly. Algorand's kind of emerged because it's just the one it's worked for us the most, so that's what we're using. And I've wouldn't mind hitting that like button to help the algorithms along. You know how that goes. And hit the bell notification if you want to see all our videos and get notified when they come. Enough about me. Let's just look at this Lady of Crypto tweet, because I think she's got some really interesting things to say here. We're going to react to it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. So it says I started out with $5,100 in 2019 in crypto, and by 2021 I quit my job and achieved complete financial independence with crypto. By the way, I'm going to be working on a financial independence video for later in the week, so keep an eye out for that. It's something I've been planning for a while because I actually come from the financial independence movement. So we'll talk about that. You'll get that in a minute. These 12 things will help you do the same, achieve financial independence in the next bull run. So one of the first things she says is Bitcoin will struggle to do a 10x next cycle. It won't make you rich, but also will if you pick the right ones. She had a little laughy emoji there. And be patient. Crypto doesn't move that fast. It takes weeks for alts to catch up to Bitcoin when a bull run starts. You don't need to go on now. You have plenty of time to build your alt positions. All right, so that's a good place to start. Clearly, things like Bitcoin and Ethereum probably aren't going to move as much as some of the other altcoins. You're going to see big movements and stuff like Algorand just because they haven't been around that long. I also think it's good to have money into those too, because they're kind of be the safe plays as far as crypto. One of the things that's really important with crypto is that you have to understand it's much more volatile, and the further you go down that list of altcoins, the more volatile it's going to be. So the more patient you're going to have to be. Really important thing to keep in mind. A lot of people just aren't ready for it, and you're gonna have to learn to be ready for it. So let's move on. Don't give up. I started in 2019 with 5,100. By 2021, I had 6,500. I lost money between 2019 and 2021. I only had more money because I worked a real job, but the investments I made in 2019 paid off big in 2021. It's been nonstop since then. Don't give up, keep grinding. And by the way, she doesn't really talk about the number she got to. The only thing she says is financial independence. Not much commentary I need to make on that. Fundamental analysis is more important than technical analysis in a bear market. Next runs 500x return crypto aren't released yet. There are no charts, but you can find them with FA. Yeah, and I've been talking about this for a while. I've been diving a little into technical analysis, but I think it's really only useful to get those short-term little pumps, but not for the big ones. The big ones, that's going to be fundamental analysis, and I think it's far more important. It's just finding the cryptos that have solid teams, solid fundamentals, good tokenomics, and a lot of enthusiasm behind, which she will say later on. But that's stuff that's the reason I'm so big on Algorand, is because it just ticks all the boxes. But the main thing it ticks is when I use it, it actually works. When I use the projects in it, they actually work. So that's like key number one. There's not just all this hopium, but there's actual stuff happening. The ISO 20022 compliance is a big thing too. That's going to be huge, because that means the technology is actually going to be used by banks worldwide. Anyway, let's move on. Don't be a dumbass, diversify. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, low cap alts will make you more money than Bitcoin, Ethereum, but they're also 100 times riskier. Don't go all in low cap alts, which is what I talked about before. So you heard that. If you don't take profit, you won't make profit. Greed will destroy you if you let it. Take profit when you are up. Profit is not dead money. You can always reinvest it into another project and reward yourself. Yeah, this is really important. And I will say a lot of this list applies to the stock market as well, or stocks, as crypto people say. With one big difference, this is one of those that with low cost index investing that I typically espouse when it comes to stocks. I tell people just buy and hold, and then buy more. Doesn't matter if it's up or down, because it kind of just marches up with little peaks and little road stops along the way. So right now it's down, but it will go up again. And right now you're getting crypto on sale. But this is one big difference. With crypto, you want to be taking profits at all-time highs. The cycles are more legible, so you tend to know when you're in a bull cycle. It's once it starts hitting those all-time highs, when it starts passing those, you can start taking some profits. You can either take it in cash and put it in a different investment, or you can, just transfer to a stable coin like USDC and just hold on to it and wait for the next bear run to buy back in. That's really important. So this is something you should be doing with crypto. Now, some of the riskier ones, here's the thing I'd like to do with the riskier one. For example, I did this with Shiba Inu. You buy in for like whatever, say $100, and let's say it goes up to, I don't know, $180. Okay, great. I'm going to sell that $100, maybe even 110. And now that $110, I've made $10 of profit, and I've got $70 worth of Shiba Inu, and we call that a moon bag. Now, whatever that does, I'm okay, because I've already made not only got my money back, but I made a profit. Now, anything that does is to the good, right? That's what they call a moon bag. So important to keep in mind. But let's keep going. You hold a project, join the community. Being in the community gives you a window into the mindset of the average holder. Is the community still fanatical? HODL. Are the community getting bored and disillusioned? Might be time to consider scaling out. And just a big shout out to the Algo fam right here, because Algorand has a really good community, very dedicated and very friendly. It's not, you don't see the same like I'll go to the moon every other tweet. It's actually people actually talking about its real use cases and stuff going on in it. So I like that. Every dollar you save in a bear market could be worth $500 in a bull market. Be tight in a bear market. Stake your stable for APY. Get into airdrops for free money. Don't think of $100 as 100. Think of it as 50K, $100 times 5,000. Okay, so this is a really important point, and it works for all investments, probably even better for crypto. But think about, so I'll tell a good story. When in 2020, stock market crashed, and instead of panicking and selling, I actually bought more. I bought more stocks, and it's hard to do. It's a lot easier said than done, but I did it. And then I'll tell you, when the market turned around, my net worth reached crazy new highs. Like, I was kind of blown away, to be honest. I hit milestones that I thought were years away, because it's an accelerant. When you're buying at those low prices, when the market turns back around, and it always does, you're really set up well. So this will be crypto times 1,000. So if you're buying Bitcoin right now, if you're buying other altcoins, it's a good time to buy. It's hard though. It feels like you're throwing money into a furnace. Like, it feels when I make investments on my Wealthfront account, it feels like I'm just pouring it into a furnace and it's burning up. But that's not what's happening. You're buying stuff on sale. So when that stuff goes back up and reaches where it was supposed to be, you're going to be doing well. And the same with crypto. So basically, we call this accumulation zone. And when people are not excited about crypto is usually when you want to buy. When everyone's like freaking out about crypto, like they were. So I first bought it in 2017. I bought my first Bitcoin and Ethereum, and didn't think a whole lot of it. I was thinking, oh, I should probably have exposure to this. Put a little bit in every paycheck or whatever. And then suddenly, right around December, it started going bananas. I was up like several 100%. It was crazy. I don't remember exactly how much I went up, but I mean, I think like $300 of investment turned into like almost 3,000. It was crazy. And then I started seeing some crazy stuff. People are way too excited about it. I saw people borrowing money to buy Bitcoin when it was at all-time highs. And I said, okay, I got to get out of this. And what it should have done is probably sold to a stable coin. I'm not sure if they even existed back then, or just kind of held on to the money and waited to buy back in. But I never bought back in. So the important thing to remember is that you should always buy back in. You don't even have to sell all your crypto, maybe just some of it. Take profits on some of it, wait to buy back in. I've done that a few times on like Cosmic when Cosmic was at all-time highs. Did it with Algo too. Sold my Algo, waited till it fell a bit, and then bought back in. So it's a good way to like build your portfolio. If a project is built on hype, buy and sell quickly. If a project has a good team, strong community, and user-focused tokenomics, it's usually good to hodl. Yeah, I'm gonna say, in fact, I'm gonna take it a step further. I'm gonna say if a project is built on hype, you probably shouldn't buy it in the first place. I don't think it's going to be a good investment. I think stick to projects that actually have some potential behind them, because a lot of times, by the time you hear about the hype, it's probably too late. Most of the time, I'm not gonna say that's all the time, but a good portion of the time, if you've by the time you've heard about a hype project, it's probably overhyped. And a lot of times if they're built on hype, it means there's no foundations and it's basically a pump and dump. So I'd be really careful of that. That's one area where I'm gonna like disagree with her partially there, because I just think just don't bother. Like I said, good fundamentals. That's really important in crypto. Cut your losers short. Don't tie your bags up in losing bags, even if you're 70% down, leftover 30% is better reinvested than sat there slowly grinding down to 99%. Yeah, important caveat there too. We're talking about stuff not during the bear market, because you're going to be down 70% during the bear market. But if it's a loser that's in a portfolio of otherwise winners when the market should be doing good, yeah, then you probably want to cut losses. I cut losses on Solana because I kept seeing how many times it went down. I was like, this is not, there's just too many flaws with it when there's a perfectly good Algorand sitting there. So I'm just done with Solana. And kind of going along with that, you are to blame for your decisions and actions. Accept it, learn from it, and move the F on. Wallowing in self-pity is counterproductive, and not learning means you're doomed to repeat your mistakes. Super important here. Great advice, especially the learn part. You definitely want to learn from your mistakes, because I've been thinking a lot about Celsius. I am learning a lot. I learned a lot from the Celsius about what platforms I should trust and why. And it was a good lesson to try to get as much of my crypto off of centralized exchanges and onto my own wallets as possible, because stuff like this happens, and you don't want to like trust any one entity. You want to be in charge of it. So let's take responsibility for your own actions. Totally agree with that. Let's see what else we got here. I think we're about wrapped up. Yeah, and then the last thing she says is find a team. You can't keep track of everything in crypto on your own. Find a team so you can split research and cover as many sectors as possible. Also, if you trust them, you can pool your money together and get into pre-sales with minimum investments. Yeah, that team can mean a few different things. I don't think I'm going to have a team, but I like connecting with other Algorand people, especially. It's helped me learn more. They'll we follow each other on Twitter. We'll chat. I've worked with other creators. Algonaut is one of my favorite. Check out algonaut.space. He's got a great blog about Algorand. We talk quite a bit. We've talked about projects and which ones we trust, which ones we don't. We discussed a lot. It's good to have that. It is good to have other people. So team doesn't mean necessarily like a formal team, but it just means having good people that understand this stuff and maybe see something you don't, or maybe you see something they don't. And so you can be helpful to them, or they can be helpful to you. That's been really important as I've been growing my channel. So overall, yeah, some great advice from Lady of Crypto. Like I said, you should definitely follow her. It's at Lady of Crypto 1 is her handle. Otherwise, I think if you just search for Lady of Crypto, she'll pop up pretty easy. She has a YouTube channel too you might want to check out. Anyway, I hope that you guys found that useful. Love to hear your comments about which tips that you liked or disagreed with. You disagree with anything I said, let me know in the comments below. As always, guys, stay safe out there. Do your research. Be careful. HODL, Algorand, and as always, I'll see you in the future.